When you think of the most powerful characters in all of fiction, who pops into your head? Superman? Maybe Thanos? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, they don't even come close to this guy. Yep, your regular, blocky, everyday Minecraft Steve. And the proof? Well, it's been hiding in plain sight this whole time, right inside his pockets. I know, it sounds completely nuts, right? But just stick with me. We're going to follow the math, starting with a single little block and taking it all the way to its absolute theoretical limit. And you're about to see how Steve isn't just some dude who builds stuff. He's a cosmic powerhouse who just casually spits in the face of physics. All right, so how do you even start to calculate this kind of insane power? Well, it all begins with one simple, shiny object, a single block of gold. This little cube is going to be our foundation for everything. And here's the cool part. This is where the game gives us a perfect real-world connection. A Minecraft block is exactly 1 cubic meter in size, and here on Earth, a cubic meter of solid gold has a density of 19,300 kilograms. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's over 42,000 pounds for one block. This isn't just some lightweight pixelated item we're talking about. It's an incredible amount of mass. But, what does that even look like? Think about it like this. A single gold block, one that Steve can just punch, pick up, and pop into his inventory, it weighs about the same as 10 cars, just, stacked on top of each other. And that's just one block in one of his inventory slots. But of course, Steve doesn't just carry one block, does he? We're about to scale this up to his entire inventory, and this is where the numbers they get absolutely ridiculous, and they get ridiculous fast. So here's the breakdown. You can hold a stack of 64 of those gold blocks in just one slot, and you have 36 of those slots in your main inventory. So we take that weight of 10 cars, we multiply it by 64, and then we multiply that whole number by 36. And this is what you get. Over 44 million kilograms. He doesn't need a dolly, he doesn't even slow down a little bit. He just carries it, no problem. Now, to put that number into perspective for you, the entire Eiffel Tower weighs around 7.3 million kilograms. Steve can carry the weight of 6 Eiffel Towers in his pockets, and he can still sprint and jump around like it's nothing. It's already completely bonkers, but believe it or not, we're not even close to his final form. Okay, so this is the part where we leave regular physics behind and just rocket straight into the realm of cosmic horror. Because we're about to introduce one little item that acts as a force multiplier for Steve's already impossible strengths. And I'm serious, just take a second here. We're already at 6 Eiffel Towers. How could it possibly get any crazier? Well, the game has a very specific, very clever inventory bending answer for us. Meet the Shulker Box. It's basically a chest you can fill up with items, but here is the absolute game-changing trick. You can then pick up that filled chest and put it in your own inventory. So if each Shulker Box has 27 slots and you fill every one of those with 64 gold blocks, and then you fill all 36 of your inventory slots with those boxes, the math just explodes. This is it. The theoretical maximum weight Steve can carry. That's a 7 followed by 22 zeros. It's a number so big it's hard to even wrap your head around. Until you realize, that's roughly the same mass as the Earth's moon. Steve can literally carry the moon in his pockets. So let's think about this. What happens when a being with the mass of a literal moon interacts with the world? Let's take the most basic Minecraft action there is, punching a tree. Remember high school physics? Force equals mass times acceleration. And Steve has a lot of mass. Yup, kaboom is the only word for it. It wouldn't just break the block of wood. The sheer energy release from that punch, backed by the mass of the moon, would be catastrophic. We are talking about a force that wouldn't just level a forest. It would basically atomize an entire continent. Every single punch would be an extinction-level event. So, a being who can carry a moon and shatter continents with a single punch seems pretty much unstoppable. But there is one force in the universe that even Steve might have to answer to, and that's bureaucracy.
Forget about monsters and villains. The real-world consequence of carrying that much mass around would be pure gravitational chaos. Every time he jumped, he'd be warping spacetime enough to trigger massive seismic events. He's not a hero. He's a walking, jumping, continent-shattering environmental disaster who is pretty much constantly breaking the law.
So the next time you see Steve just calmly building a little dirt hut, just remember, you're looking at a quiet god who is holding the weight of worlds in his inventory. It kind of makes you wonder what other insane physics are hiding in our favorite games. So tell us, who should we put under the microscope next? Let us know.